Hey, y'all, it's a new year and it's time for an audit. Now, let me explain. I know it sounds harsh, but sometimes you got to just pull your train over and let some people out. Too many of you are hanging out with friendships and relationships that have honestly just expired. You know how a train rolls into a station and lets some passengers off and makes room for new ones? Well, we all actually need to do this on a regular in our own lives. Because the truth of the matter is that if you are genuinely working on yourself to grow, to be better and do better, of course, you're going to be outgrowing some of the people around you. Now, not everyone, sometimes we're lucky and we get surrounded with people that grow with us, but the alternative really is unsettling. Because if you're not doing an audit on a regular basis and cutting some people off, this is really very telling because then there's a very good chance that people are thinking about letting you off their train because maybe are complacent. Hey, y'all, I am Mick and I help women ditch the limits and take up space so they can be anything and do everything that you desire. It's like I always say, why not you? Why not your dreams? And I dedicate this channel to providing you bite-sized, actionable steps, i.e., life hacks, tricks of the trade, if you will, for a mind shift so you can begin to bathe. January is in full swing. It's a new year, so much excitement going on. But I need you to pause and reflect and really consider who you're spending your time with. Now, I'll share something with you. I have a friend, let's just call her Abby. And I met Abby years ago. And let me tell you, Abby hasn't changed at all. She's eating the same meals, hitting the same gym, scrolling the same feed, sitting at the same table at the same restaurant, ordering the same meal, right? She's still ordering the same freaking latte the same way. Now, she is definitely someone who's stuck a neutral. Some might even say she's complacent. Some might even say she's playing small. And listen, I get it. Her reasons are her own. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's comfort. Maybe it's just her vibe. Maybe she's perfectly happy. But that's not the point of this, because here's the thing. Her vibe isn't inspiring me at all. The thing is, our conversations are so flat, right? She doesn't push me. She doesn't inspire me. She doesn't tell me about a new book that she's read. She's not encouraging me to try new things or get uncomfortable. And honestly, to be fair, she's not that interested in what I have to talk about, right? All this talk about possibilities and going after your dreams, it's lost on her. She just doesn't care about that stuff. And we are just no longer aligned from that perspective. Now, I am telling you this because you probably have an Abby in your life. You probably have more than one Abby, and you need to be mindful of who you are hanging with. The people in your inner circle matter so much, guys. And it's really important that we choose wisely. Now, I'm not saying Abby is a bad person. Of course, she's not. She hasn't changed, but I have. And therein lies the disconnect, right? And if I spend all my time around with the Abbeys of the world who are coasting, here's what happens. I run the risk of also getting complacent because we end up mirroring the people we're hanging around with. This is why I'm such an advocate of hanging out with dreamers and doers. But here's where it gets delicate because there are really amazing people out there who just aren't into growth. But you need to decide how much energy and time you're giving into those relationships. That's what I want you to audit. It doesn't mean you cut them off. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It just means you're more strategic. You allocate accordingly. Because if you want to bathe, if you want to be anything and do everything in this life, you need space on your train for dreamers. I'm telling you, it's the fastest way to accomplish anything, the people you surround yourself with. You need to be around dreamers. You need to be around doers. You need to be around big thinkers. You need to be around people who make you want to get up and chase the freaking horizon. At the core of this message is a simple truth. choose your tribe carefully. It matters. And it's directly related to your happiness because the right people together, I promise, will thrive. Now, let me be clear. This isn't about being better than anyone else. Not at all. It's not about competition or one upping each other. No, 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 no. It's about lifting each other, sharing our wins, struggles, and everything in between. Because let's face it, life's a whole lot sweeter, a whole lot nicer and better and easier and more flow when we've got each other's backs. This is why I'm advocating for you to surround yourself with the right people. You want to be around people who challenge you, who make you believe that failing is just a sign that you're trying something worth doing. So here's my challenge for you this January 15th. Your life is like a train and you are the conductor. Not everyone is meant to ride with you forever, and that's okay. But if you're serious about growth, if you're serious about joy and creating a life that you want, you got to make room for the dreamers and doers, the big thinkers, the people that are going to help you get there. So take a moment, reflect. Who's on your train? Who's helping you move forward? And who might be keeping you stuck? It's time to let them off with love if you need to. But open that door and say bye-bye. Okay. And the beautiful thing that happens when you create space is that the right people show up. Now, go on though. You got to pull that train over and you got to clean house. It's going to hurt a little bit, but I promise you, the right passengers are waiting. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment below. Let me know. Is this hard for you? Does this scare you? Or is this something that you do frequently? Until next time, this is your one life. Be anything and do everything you desire.